Give them the VIN. What's that stand for?
Vehicle identification number.
Yes, vehicle identification number. Okay, so what I have done here for myself is to simply write the VIN down, so when I go into the dealership or the parts store, okay, I've got that number. It's also the number that appears up on the dashboard when your policeman pulls you over, okay? Make sure that those things match up and are visible. If you come around to the driver's side, guys, and look at my VIN, from the factory it's obscured. There's a piece of foam rubber when they built this truck that jumped up out of the way, covered up part of the VIN. And of course, Mr. Policeman, when he pulls you over, is kind of looking at that, looking at you like you've tried to tamper with it. And if you look at it real close there, guys, a couple digits are hidden by this foam rubber that was not right at the factory. But apparently they can do that with the license plate and do all that happy stuff and make things come out when they stop you. Been there, done that. I mean, got stopped the other morning at 4:30 a.m. Guess what? Sir, the guy was real polite. I was real polite. He goes, you got a headlight out.
Oh darn, those are the worst.
Well then, but you know
different.
what? The dude is also, as soon as he says you got a headlight out, he's looking around your vehicle. You understand that his right hand is not visible. It's on his service weapon. And he's looking through your vehicle as he's talking to you. And of course, you got to feel for the cop. When he reaches over there and you're reaching in the glove box to pull out your registration, please, sir, just think what he thinks could be coming out of the glove box. I mean, I wouldn't want that job.
Mine was different.
But you know, you want to be polite, and you want to be.
Polite, and I was littering.
Did you throw a bunch of junk out the window?
I didn't.
Not a bunch.
Oh, passenger did?
Yeah.
As a driver, you're responsible.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you make you go back and pick it back up? Did you get a ticket or a warning? Or?
I was at a red light, and she just tossed it out.
Oh, really?
And he was like at an angle.
And he saw it all. Yeah.
And he was like, "What'd you just throw out?" And I was like, "Garbage." He was like, he just looked at me. I turned to the other person. I was like, "Pick it up." She got out, grabbed it, started driving away. Flicked me. I was like, "No."
Pick that up.
So I kept going. I just kept driving. I got away.
Did you?
Yeah.
140. And it's not like the cops don't have radios and can call ahead, got your license plate number.
See, I know
anything else.
Kenosha really well.
Oh, does it?
I can have it on the radio.
Thanks, guys. To take my image, I'm going to have to charge you $50.
Nah, it's a video, so I can relive this and all
Thank
your.
you.
Yeah.
If you use this to pass another class, you owe me money.
Okay.
You got a point.
Mr. Nelson, don't rub up against the vehicle. Even the rivets on jeans could cause damage. Even though it's a truck, we want to try to keep it looking good. I'd like to keep my vehicles 30 years before they wear out, if that's all possible.
Use it as a consumer.
Any other questions over here,
I
guys?
took consumer
Just a
already.
typical small vehicle, truck, van,
What's a
your
good way
car.
to tamper with
Could be
someone's truck if you need to get back at them?
What's that?
What's a good way to tamper with someone's truck if you need to get back at them?
I would never tamper with vehicles
Well,
because that's a safety thing.
It is.
But
I mean,
Are you videotaping this?
before they get out on the road and where it's a big safety hazard.
Okay, no, here's the best thing that happened to me. It's kind of a,
Knock it off.
I don't like pranks on vehicles, but this was pretty good. In VHS one night, I get in my truck, and it's about 4:30. All of a sudden, I'm pulling out. They got this giant blacktop parking lot like this. Boop, 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 boop. What the devil's? I run over a branch. I stopped the truck. This is a mistake. I stopped the truck in the middle of the parking lot. The engine's running. I put it in park. I crawl underneath. In the drive shaft, and this is a rear-wheel drive vehicle, on the drive shaft is the largest zip tie I've ever seen. Some dude has crawled under my truck, put this big zip tie on the drive shaft, not cut the end off, and what the cops use for riot control handcuffs.
Okay.
They're wire ties,
Yeah.
you know,
Gotcha.
and they cinch up.
Yeah.
Well, this thing was huge, and it was a big, heavy plastic one. This thing's flopping around. What is going on? I look under there, and there's a heat shield by the muffler and the drive shaft, and this thing's just making all kinds of racket. I mean, there's sheet metal like an echo chamber. I kind of laughed as I pulled out my knife, but the guy had cinched it so tight that it was tough to even cut off. Now that was a harmless joke, but I would never try to play a tampering joke on a vehicle because it involves safety. You're, one person, another person on
I'm
the
talking
road.
past though.
Oh, well, that'd be, I don't know, that was just probably a harmless gotcha thing, I think. But I thought it was pretty good.
Like 6.5.
Die in the,
Stop picking your nose.
the good old American graffiti thing. Can that
Oh.
happen? Where you,
What's a good old American
where
graffiti?
you tie the wire to the your
Oh, the log
Ready?
chain?
Ready?
yeah,
Ready?
you tie it to
Ready?
your rear axle and then you tie
Wait,
it like a
ready.
lamp post.
Well, if you
and then
drove,
tie it
Don't
if
do
you drove
that, I
like
was
a
like, oh,
teenager, it might. You may not be able to pull it apart. Well, if you drove like
I
a
don't trust
teenager.
Mythbusters.
I don't drive like a
Never did.
teenager, so I go so slow it probably.
We need to keep going in there.
We do? How are we doing for time?
Sorry.
Time to go inside.
Luke, are you the? Luke, are you the? Yeah, you could.
What do you want to get that? I'm losing my necklace.
We do have this video with him.
Music! It's an exciting video.
This is an amazing video. Shlabba labba ding dong. Do it.
What are those?
Shlabba labba ding dong.
Shlabba labba ding dong. I don't know foam thing called. Only want the one.
Yeah, I switched it. You know?
Fall.
In my mouth.
That's Levi.
Who's my safety glass guy?
Yeah.
That was me. I'm sorry. I'll take this.
Except, scouts.
But I know heavy and engineer. Heavy engineer.
Oh, gentlemen, when you get stopped by the police or for anything, a couple things you gotta have in your vehicle is proof of insurance. When the guy stopped me, I handed the card, he goes, sir.
That was a good one, Tans.
Your insurance man will probably send you a card that's good for 6 months. I don't know if I never put the first one in. This one expired. This one goes from January to July 4th, 2011. Proof of insurance. He may ask for the registration, which in Wisconsin almost looks like junk mail. Okay? So, well, it's printed at a printer. I cut the rest of the paper off. Your registration shows that your tags are not expired, that the sticker is on there where it needs to be.
I want to put a
Okay.
sticker on. I want to stick it on you.
July. You may have some other information. If I read my tire policy for this vehicle, Mike, please don't do that. We want to have a good cleanup. If you take a look at the tire policy, which comes with the new vehicle, those original tires, they should last about 60,000 miles. They're not going to do it. They probably say, hey, your warranty's done if you haven't had them rotated. Any warranty on your vehicle is going to be included as well. Okay?
Show them, they need to.
And of course, the quick find index. This vehicle is written in such a way, guys, if you got OnStar, which that vehicle
Facebook
doesn't
or
have,
YouTube.
What? Dude.
talks about